Game Trailers, Game of the Year Awards 2008. Most innovative game.
Innovation comes in many different forms, and whether it's a new way of making players think or primal fun, new ideas and approaches make for some of the year's most memorable experiences. These nominees go beyond just making things bigger and better, and blaze the trail.
And the nominees are Left 4 Dead.
Yes, we've blown the limbs off zombies dozens of times before, but Left 4 Dead makes it feel like the first time. Instead of the slow, plodding pace of the traditional undead, the infected actively hunt you down and rush at you like a freight train. The AI director scales the experience and alters the pacing to bring a fresh sense of urgency to every hunt.
Oh, hell yes!
The overwhelming hordes ensure that you stick with friends if you want to survive.
Little Big Planet.
We finally landed on Little Big Planet, taken the tour, and are now off creating worlds of our own. The physics-based platforming is charming itself, but the abundance of simple tools allows the creativity of every player to take on a life of its own. We've seen some amazing levels and objects made by other users, and it's easy to find the best creations online.
Mirror's Edge.
For years, platform jumping in first person was one of gaming's biggest headaches. But in 2008, DICE broke away from the battlefield to introduce Mirror's Edge, a game all about running and jumping over rooftops from the runner's point of view. The result is a rush like no other as you bound over obstacles and launch across gaps high above city streets. You truly understand the game's power when you conquer an entire level without breaking momentum.
Spore.
An ambitious conglomeration of gameplay, Spore gives players the tools to create and evolve their critters through the ages. The decisions you make ripple down from the cell phase until you blast into the cosmos. Each phase is distinct, with players progressing from managing a single creature to a complex civilization. The various tools give players the freedom to create whatever bizarre organisms, buildings, and vehicles they desire, or just check out the handiwork of others.
The World Ends With You.
Between remakes and spin-offs of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, Square Enix released one of its most original RPGs in years. Taking advantage of the unique layout of the DS, The World Ends With You challenges players to manage the action on two screens at once, rhythmically coordinating between button presses and touchscreen commands. The setting also departs from Swords and Wizards, taking place in Tokyo's trendy Shibuya district, with a fantastic urban soundtrack to match.
I'll pound you!
And the winner is Little Big Planet.
Everything about Little Big Planet stands apart, from the cooperative platforming gameplay to the craft fair visuals to the incredible tools used to create and share levels online. Video games have had level editors for decades, but none are as inviting or the entire crux of the game as in Little Big Planet. The ability to build practically any object you desire, immediately drop it in, and have friends playing and creating right there with you is something you have to experience at least once. LBP breaks down the walls and takes the prize as the most innovative game of 2008.